You're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
Rowdy Nation TV, welcome back to the channel. Wow, this is very disturbing allegations that just came out about Shannon Sharpe. As you can see in the beginning of that clip, we were listening to Shannon Sharpe and this young woman who we now know to be GABRIELLA ZUNIGA, right? And when I heard this about Shannon Sharpe, bro, when I first heard this about Shannon Sharpe, the only thing I could think about was his show Shay Shay when he was talking to Monique and Cat Williams, and they had some very, very sound advice for Shannon Sharpe. And at the time, I probably didn't know behind the scenes what Shannon Sharpe was involved in, and you know, we don't know what the public, you know, with these athletes and movie stars. But you know, if you're in that circle, you know what goes on, right? So there probably been talk about Shannon Sharpe before all this happened, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that Shannon Sharpe prefers to talk to Caucasian women. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. If you know, whatever is your cup of tea is your cup of tea, right? And but Shannon Sharpe was born in 1968, and he's more than I want to say about 30 years this young girl's senior. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing any stones at anybody, right? But what I'm saying is he should know better, man, to be saying what he said on that tape recording right there. You know, I have a daughter, and if I heard somebody, a man who was 30 years a senior to my daughter, and I heard him saying something like that disturbing, like he want to choke her out, man, we would have some very serious problems, right? Does that amount to a $50 million settlement? I'm not sure. Does that amount to the R word? Because she's accusing him, from what I'm understanding, of the R word. But let's get back to what I was talking about. It just reminds me of what Monique was telling Shannon Sharpe on his show, and what Cat Williams told him on his show. Let's get into what Cat Williams told him.
Get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors. I have a reason to be scared. Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. And they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
So I guess that must have went over Shannon Sharpe's head when Cat Williams was telling him about how he had nothing against white women. It's just that he knows that when you dealing with white women, you have to be on guard, because a lot of this stuff has happened before. I think he's just talking about experience, man. If you can go all the way back, you know, to OJ, I'm not going to try to get extreme as that, but, you know, white people wasn't bad when OJ got off for what he was suspected of, right? Now, this guy coming from a small town out of Georgia, and we know how Georgia is, one of the used to be one of the most racist states in the country, right? Outside of Atlanta. Here you have Shannon Sharpe, a 50-something-year-old man, almost 30 plus years this girl's senior, and he's out here talking about putting hands around her neck, around her throat. And I think it's a play, honestly. I think, and he fell for it. He fell for it. I think at the time that Cat Williams was telling Shannon Sharpe about, you know, what he was saying about white women, he was totally immersed in a relationship with a white woman, and he's sitting up here laughing, thinking everything is cool. Fast forward to the day we found this man getting sued in a $50 million lawsuit. Now, he was up for a contract. I think he was about to sign a contract, a $100 million contract. Now, I don't know if he has the money to pay this girl $50 million, or if he was going to fight it in court. I think he says he's going to fight it in court. But I also heard that Shannon Sharpe offered this girl $10 million. If that's not a sign of guilt, I don't know what is. And if this is a play, which I think it is, I think it's a play that this girl is having with this guy, Tony Busby. Tony Busby is the same guy, if you guys don't know, the same lawyer who tried to take Jay-Z to court, right? Tony Busby is the same lawyer who got P. Diddy in the position that he's in right now. He's coming after all these black entertainers, these black superstars. So if you're out there and you got in a relationship that you don't think is a real true relationship, and you might be getting played by one of these women, it could be white, black, red, or brown. You better be careful, because there's a lawyer out there that he's down for the play. It's almost like he's encouraging these women to come to him. You know, I think it's a play, personally. You know what I'm saying? I think it's all a play. But Shannon Sharpe is a grown man, and he should know better than this, right? He should know better than this. Monique told him, you need to get you a woman that's your age. You should stop messing with these young women, 25, 26, 30 years old. That's what she said. How did she know this man? I didn't know that he was doing all that. So Monique knew behind the scenes that Shannon Sharpe was involved with these younger women, right? And he fell for the play, man. It's not the first time it's happened. It happened to Tiger Woods, too. Tiger Woods got sued by I think she got about, what, $500 million or $300 million? And she was a nanny. Yeah, these brothers fall for this all the time, man. This is not the first time. Jonathan Majors, you know, he mentioned Jonathan Majors in that. That's what Cat Williams said. He was luckily, he didn't have no money, really. You know what I'm saying? He was a movie star. He was coming up. The Marvel, he was in the Marvel. He was about to have a contract with the Marvel movie production company, where he played a villain in one of those movies. They dropped him. Just like Shannon Sharpe just stepped down from ESPN. He stepped down, and I think he's trying to weather the storm, let this blow over, and maybe that $100 million contract may come back up, but I doubt it. I think it's a wrap for him, and that's on her, and that's really crazy for her. She should have waited till he got the money before she tried to press. She pressed a little bit too hard, if you ask me. She pressed a little bit too hard. She should have waited. You know, greedy. Her and that lawyer just greedy for the money, greedy to get the bag. When she should have waited, Shannon should have got the bag first, then you sue him, right? She might not get nothing. She might not get nothing. And if it was me, and it is true that he offered her $10 million, the broad should have took it, because it's nothing but a play. You know what I mean? $10 million is a lot of money. You know, she should have took it. You know, she's an OnlyFans model. You'll probably never see that type of money again in your life. You know what I'm saying? Shannon Sharpe, man, I hope you can get past and weather this storm, bro. But you need to, you know what I mean? If that's your cup of tea, if that's what you like, if you like it, we love it, man. You know, we're not going to feel sorry for you, though. I'm going to tell you that's one thing. The black community out here is not feeling sorry for Shannon Sharpe right now. I've heard a lot of things that, you know, people are making a lot of memes about Shannon Sharpe right about now. You know what I mean? But one thing they said, you can say, man, there was a lot of accusations that Shannon Sharpe may have been gay, but maybe he's just trying to prove us wrong. You know, maybe he's just trying to throw us off with this. I don't know. But like I said before, man, let's see what Shannon Sharpe has to say. Let's see what Shannon Sharpe has to say.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself, because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Okay, there you have it. It's a shakedown. It's all a shakedown. I think it's a play also. Okay, regardless of how you feel about Shannon Sharp. He's saying it's a shakedown. Leave me a comment in my comment section. Let me know if you think Shannon Sharp is going to be able to survive this scandal. Do you think that $100 million contract will be that he'll be able to survive this scandal and get that $100 million contract? I don't know, man. Rowdy Nation TV. Leave a comment in my comment section. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so anytime I drop a video, you guys can be notified. We out.